Okay. Last time we covered, we started by covering how to draw lines. Then we also covered how to draw the difference between a line and a polyline. Like the shape looks, they all draw the same shapes, but when you try to highlight the polyline, it is already grouped together. But a line to have like, you see that you have different, it will be one object, but you have different lines that are connecting to make one object. So that's the difference between a line, then the polyline. And then the other time we covered circles, how you can draw circles. So there are different options in which you can draw circles. Like you can pick the center, then radius. And so if I decide to draw a circle, center and radius, I right click where my center is going to be. Then either I just adjust until I reach the radius that I want, or I can type in the radius. Yeah. Or you can draw a circle with center and diameter. For example, if I'm to use the same center, so a circle of radius 10 will have a diameter of 20. So here you've made the same shape there too. But one we use the radius, then another one we use the diameter. So then there's another one where you want a circle between 2 points. So that's when you come and choose 2 points. Circle, then 2 points. Now that means you're drawing a circle, but that circle is going to touch 2 points that you're going to specify. For example, if I want it to touch here and here, that is a circle of 2 points. This is the first point and this is the second point. Yeah. Then you can also draw a circle between 3 points. For example, if I want a circle around this triangle, I'll select this, then I click the second point, then the third point. So I'll have a circle between 3 points. Yeah. Then another one is you can draw a circle from turn and radius. Like when it is a turn to an existing circle and also a turn to another circle, then you specify the radius. As if I'm to have like other two. So if I need a circle that's going to be a tangent to this, that is a symbol for tangent. Then also tangent to this one, then I type in the radius. So if the radius is small, that it will make a circle that doesn't touch here. For example, if the circle is to be very small, when you specify a radius like 1, it will not be able to draw it because the circle of radius 1 is not able to touch these two, yet we want a circle that touches these two. So you have to go circle, turn radius, so turn, then you type in the radius. Now if I leave the other 4 radius, which is there, that is a circle it's going to draw, but I can have another one. When it is also tangent to this one, but maybe smaller with the radius like 3. See that? Yeah. Then the last one is turn. So for it, you just have to specify 3 circles on which the new circle is going to be a tangent to those 3. For example, if this is the first circle that I want my new circle to be a tangent to, and also this one and this one. So it will be upon it to determine its own radius, because it will ensure that the circle is touching 3 points. So you don't need to specify the radius. If you specify the radius, it will not touch the 3 circles that you have. Yeah. So that's what we covered last time about drawing circles. So today we're going to see how you draw arcs, then you also start on modification tools. Yeah, so to draw arcs, Like the same way we are drawing circles, we have different options or different parameters that we can provide. For arcs, an arc is not half but a part of a circle. Now that means there's a former circle that is full, then an arc is part of that circle. Yeah, that's why you're going to find that you can even specify, you can create an arc from a circle, or you can even create another complete circle when you have an arc. Yeah, but the different ways of creating arcs, there's 3 points. This is specifying 3 points. For example, this is my first point, this is my second, then the third point, you see, it's going to affect how wide or the radius of your arc. They're on the same level, it can even look to be like a straight line. Yeah, so can have an arc like that. But this arc has a certain radius, and that radius is the radius of the circle when you try to fill this. So the arc's radius will be the same as its full circle. Yeah, let me try this. And the one that includes radius, center, end, and radius. So if this is its center and this is its end, then I'm to put in the radius, maybe, okay, 15. It is my circle. So if I click on it, this is its center. So the radius will put 15. Let's draw a circle of radius 15 and see how it's going to look like. I want it to be of the same center, then radius 15. See how it completes the whole arc. Yeah, so now that means this arc is part of a certain complete circle. Yeah. So you may not cover all of them, you exhaust, but you just have to read that which parameters do I need to give. I give center, start, center, end. So if you start, okay, if this is the start and this is the center and this is the end, for it, when it is drawing an arc, it uses anti-clockwise. So if you move this direction, it is going to do like this. It's better I move this other direction in case you want a shorter like arc, like here. I make the start to be this side one, then I move this side, then I'll get like this is start, this is the center, this is the end. You move the other side. If you to move this other side, it's going to create this, the bigger part of the circle. Yeah. Yeah, that's mostly about arcs. There are more options. You see, like here, you can specify the start, end, then the angle. Then here, the blue is trying to show you which angle they're talking about. This, like start, if this is the start and this is the end, then it will be about the angle. See that angle that will form your arc. You adjust it, see what happens. Yeah, that's how you draw arcs. But you see, most of the times, instead of drawing an arc, you'll be drawing a full circle, then you trim and get an arc from that. Trim it. Yeah, you trim, or we're going to see how to trim, because sometimes arcs may be kind of hard to work with, but there are certain specific conditions where you need to like use an arc instead of a circle. Yes. Yeah, so there are more other options, but you exhaust them. Yeah, so then now in AutoCAD, it comes with certain inbuilt, like some elements that are already inbuilt. For example, if I want to draw a rectangle, I can draw it with this line. If I ensure that auto mode is on this, I can draw my rectangle, right? My, yeah, the rectangle. I can maybe extend this. Yes. This is 700.
You want the quick line or the quick line?
If I can have that, or I can have this using a polyline, and I can even type in the radius and everything, the distance, the distances of length and width, and I end up with a rectangle. But you can as well find already a inbuilt rectangle here from here. So you click on rectangle, then you have to specify only 2 points, like this end and this one. Then for it to adjust accordingly. Like I just need to, this is the first, see that? Then you specify the second point. Yeah, that's how you can draw an inbuilt rectangle. If I try to select it, you can see that selecting the whole object, the whole rectangle. But here, if I try, it will be selecting lines. Yeah, then another one is it's a polyline. You can say I want to draw a polyline. Then for the polyline, I need to enter the number of sides. Like even this is a polyline, but of 4 sides. The rectangle is a polyline of 4 sides. But now if we need like 6 sides, press enter. Then it will need the center for us to specify the center of that polyline. Now what you have to know is that polylines they are built or they are constructed from a circle. So if you have the radius of a circle and you know the sides, if there are 6, you're going to see the way it does that circle. You can either inscribe or circumscribe, and it adjusts to get the perfect length for each of the sides. For as long as you've specified the number of sides. So we're going to specify this as our center point. Then you see it's going to ask, do you want inscribed like circle or a circumscribed like circle? So let's start with inscribed. Then now what you need to type in is the radius of that circle. If you don't type in and you just adjust, that dotted yellow line is the one that indicates the radius. Yeah, so I can either type in or I come down here.
I'm seeing that is another shape.
Which one?
It's the same shape. It's okay.
Yeah, then I can type in the radius of the circle that's going to make our polygon. And if the radius is, for example, 10, press enter. That is, if let's try to draw a circle and you see what I'm talking about. If this is the same center and I put radius 10, you see, so it made a polygon, but when it is inscribed in that certain circle. Yeah, because we had already given it the number of sides, then it will depend on the radius of the circle to even distribute the length of each side. Yeah, then now let's try a polygon, but with circumscribe. The sides 6. This is our center, then we go to circumscribe. Then now we can type in the radius. We can type in the same. Then let me bring my circle. Like if this is the center and you type in see now this is describing, then this is circumscribing. But it has managed to form polygons, right? Yeah, so that's how you can draw a rectangle and a polygon.
Let's try to do 8 sides and this.
Does it? Yeah, that's how you can draw circles. Then so now there are also these other 2, but for now we're going to first jump them. They will come in later. Drawing an ellipse, arc, and axis. But those ones will come in later. So right now we're going to start looking at modification tools here. Yeah, if you look at this group or panel, this is where you find the modification tools. assume you've already drawn something, but you need to modify it a bit. That's when you use the modification tool. And under modification tools, we have a copy, move, you can stretch, you can mirror, you can rotate, you can fillet, you can offset, you can explode. There are very many things. But we're going to first look at move, copy, offset, and trim. Those three ones, you're going to use them a lot. You're going to be using them a lot. Yeah. So let me get one, okay, a few drawings here. So if those are two shapes that we have, and we need to modify them. Like I want to copy this, and I copy it to somewhere. Yeah, so there are two ways of doing it. Either I can select it, then I go and I click on copy. Then there it will just ask me to specify a base point. A base point is kind of like, when you copy, you have a big, like you have an object, but you can say if it is a like a rectangle, you can say move this corner now to this corner. So where I'm getting it from is like the base point. You're going to see it in practice. For example, if I say I want the center of this circle to be here, let me first turn off this, like to be here. That is the meaning of the base point. Like this now, where it is getting from is the base point. Yeah. For example, this, and copy that, and I say please put this corner at here. It's kind of like you imagine you're mirroring it to a certain point. Okay. Yeah, like I want this corner to be at this corner. Yeah, that's how it works. Just that for copy, it leaves the former object there, but for move, it will not. For example, if I want to move this, I'll click on move. Then I would say that please, I want this part to be exactly here. So for you, when you move, it doesn't leave out the object behind, it moves everything. Yeah, so that's the difference between copy and move. For copy, it will remain a copy, it will leave a copy of the former behind, but for move, to move everything. Yeah. So another way of doing it, remember the first flow we said you can first select, then now you click on the command, or you can first click the command, like I want to copy something, but I don't know yet. So there it will ask me, please select objects that you want to copy. Select them, and I press enter. Yeah, so now that means that is what I want to copy, but I can even copy more than one. For example, I can say copy, so select objects, I select that one and this. So now that means I want to copy those two objects. So when I feel that I'm satisfied with the number of objects that I've selected, I press enter. Then after selecting enter, then it's going to ask me for a base point, like the one we talked about at first. So I can say, please put this here. Then you're done. You can even copy it to different places. Like that. So that is a move and copy. Or another way is you can type in, you can just type in, for example, I have this, you can just type in copy. Then this command comes. You see this is the one that's supposed to select. Then you select object, press enter, choose base point, like that. As well, you can do it for move. You can type in move, press enter, select the object you want to move this. I'm done. Then I will select this point and the last point. Yeah.
Now, even when you are deleting, you can just command it and you delete the forms.
Yeah, you can use a erasing tool, but it's better you do what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you select objects. Like you select those ones you want to erase, but they don't go until you press enter.
Okay.
Or you can press Ctrl A, then delete from the keyboard. Okay. Then, yeah. So now we're going to look at another modification tool that is offset. Now, offsetting is that, for example, if I have this line, if I have a straight line like this, now I need another same straight line or like same parallel straight line.
Yes.
A straight line that is parallel to this one, but I need it to be at a distance of maybe 10 meters away from this.
Yes.
That's what I mean by offset. Like I need another line, but when it is off by a certain distance. Yeah. So the distance between the two is an offset distance. Like a pavement or a road. It's width. That is like an offset.
It will be exactly of the same height when you offset.
Yeah, it will be exactly of the same height and the same elements. Then you can modify later on. Yeah. So in case I want to do offset, I either can select the object that I want to offset, then this is the icon for offset, or I can type in offset.
It's in array. We get it from array.
No, okay, it is this different icon. This
Okay.
is separate from array. So we can either select that, then we click on it. Then it's going to ask us for that distance, which offset distance do you want? Which distance do you want? Yeah, that's the distance between the former and the new. So if I set my offset distance is 10, I press enter, then you can see if I move the cursor this side, that's the next where the next line is going to be. If I move in this side, that's in case you want it to be like this side, just click until done. It's offsetting. Or you can first click the command, or you can first set. You can also first type offset. Then you specify the distance. Now this one I want it to be 20. Then you select like the object you want to offset, and you can do it. Yeah, that is offset. There are very many things about it, but okay, like that is the best thing, but you see that we're going to be using it a lot. Yeah, you can even do multiple offset. What it means is that in case I click on offset, I type in the distance, and I select my objects to offset. When I'm done with that, I can as well offset this, but I can change the distance to maybe 5. I press enter. See now this is offset it at 5. Yes. So I can as well click here. I say set it to 300 to 30. Like that. So that's kind of like multiple offset. What you have to know is that in case you've used the command previously, in order for you to activate it, you just press enter. Yes. So when you press enter, it means that you need the keyboard over there. Okay. Okay, you just press either enter, then now that the previous command will be active, or you press this tab, the backspace. Now it's offset that I've just done. Okay, for example, I've drawn a line. Then that is my last command, right? When I press backspace, it's going to bring back that command of drawing the line. Yeah, that's how it works. Like backspace or enter always bring back your very last command. That's what it will bring. Yeah. Then now let's look at trimming. And what is trimming? For example, I have this line. Then I also have another line. Now I don't want this line. Okay, let me draw another one. For example, I want also this line to stop here, the way this one stopped. Let's see, like I want this line to also stop here. So I need to trim it. I need to cut it off. That's where trimming comes in. And so you can just come here and select trim. Then here they will ask you to select the objects that you want to trim. So in order for you to trim something, for example, in order for me to trim this off, I need this vertical line so that you can show it where I should stop it when it is cutting. Yeah. So the best practice is you should always just select all the objects at once.
Yes.
Okay, if you don't select all of them at once, let me show you what will happen. Here, I would say select the objects. Okay, I've clicked on trim, then it is asking me to select object. I select that one. Also, okay, I select that one and I press enter. So if I need like to trim, because it needs two objects, like that, this, I press enter. Let me just give you the best practice because it's what we shall be using always. Select all the objects, click trim, then you'll be able to trim either this or this.
Yes.
Like that, or this, or this, or this. Like you can trim anywhere. That's why it's better you select all the objects and
It's
yeah,
easy.
so click trim, escape, then
Yes.
that. Be done trim. Maybe you have this. So now if you want to like I may want to offset this to a distance of 30 and I want to offset this. Now I need to trim off, maybe to make a rectangle. So I just click trim. Then also, yeah, if what I'm going to trim is a lot, I can do multiple selecting. Then I trim off like that, move like that, like that. You know, I have my rectangle, but I made it from very long lines that I've trimmed down. Yeah. Then that is trimming. Yeah, trimming. We're going to be using trimming, offsetting, copy, and move. They will be used a lot. Like we'll be using them a lot. Yeah. So right now, maybe let's create something similar to like like a cylinder or a cylindrical object. For example, maybe having this circle and have a straight line. Then also have another straight line. Then now I need okay, I can copy. I want to be using the tools of blank. I can copy this circle and I say move the center to maybe here. Seeing that, then I want to make it in kind of like a cylindrical format. Okay, what I can do, I can select all the objects, then I type in trim, trim in the inner object. I trim in also this. Then I can zoom, trim off that. I zoom, trim off that one. Yeah, then then it comes out. Then when you see that it is bringing this instead of the other crossing, it means that where you've reached, you can no longer trim because it is just a single object. There is no other object that is
Single object,
cutting it. You just
Yes.
have to delete it. Like if I select this, there's no other object that is cutting it through it. Right? If I put a line and I come back, trim, see that this one it can be active because there is a line which it can base on to trim, but if the line is not there, and I select, then I say trim. I come to this object, you see, it will just tell me you can no longer trim, either just delete it.
Yes.
Because it is just a single object. So that one you find it when you have a lot of things and you've trimmed, maybe, okay, let me start with just a simple floor plan. We shall be doing also electrical drawings, but let me just do a simple like floor plan. Like I can have this. Then I also use offset. Then a distance of, I can say it's okay, let me use like 50. Then also I need another line. Okay, since that I know that there is trimming, I can always draw lines that are crossing each other because I now trim them. So let me offset this to a distance of like 30. Then I get to know that maybe my house is like that, just a room. Now I want to represent walls by adding another like rectangle inside. So what I can do, I can say offset, and I know that maybe their thickness is it is very small. This is 30. So I can put like maybe 2. Then I come here, I offset this. Then I come offset the same distance, the same. Then when I'm done, I select everything. Then I type in trim. Come trim off this, trim off this. See, I also need to come inside and I trim this. Like that. So you see that with offset and trim, I've been able to create something very fast. So if you already have something to draw in mind, or like you already have dimensions on paper, it is very easy for you to draw or to use the ones that we've already covered, drawing a line, circles, trim, copy, move, and offset.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we were supposed to cover today, unless you have like certain questions. You have any questions about?
Now what I have seen is these shapes. These are like the same shapes of the shapes of engineering drawing. So is after you drawing, they can need show out that sketch which they use in TD or engineering drawing for it to be